Hey YouTube, it is me again with another YouTube video, and that seems kind of weird considering this is the first one on this channel. However, I do have another channel. Go check it out. It's called Mr. Ninja Warrior. Ninja spelled with a G instead of a J. Kind of weird, I know, but I was way younger than this, and it was just different. So we're going to keep this video underneath 10 minutes because the last video I did of Sword Art Online review was 20 minutes long, and it basically lagged out my phone to the point where the video wouldn't save. So I lost 20 minutes of my time, and I need to do another review after this one. So we're going to keep it as short as possible. So I got on my laptop right here in my lap, and I went ahead, I wrote a short little status update on Facebook about what I liked, what I disliked, and my final verdict. So we're going to go ahead and go over it. This is the Sword Art Online review, 25 episodes. You can find it on animegit.com, animehue.com. I prefer using animegit because it's basically best. So here's what I liked. The plot was in depth. It was straightforward to the point. There was no beating around the bush. There was basically no dragged out, prolonged scenes of any one thing. It was progressively linear. It kept moving forward, never slowed down. There was no filler throughout the entire thing. And the writers were never afraid to explore a character's feelings, emotions, her backstory, his backstory, what happened before, what happened after. They really went in depth on the characters and were not scared to explore them. The animations in the show are exceptionally clean and smooth without almost any lags, glitches, anything missing, anything that's colored wrong. It is all there. And this is something that I really do look for in an animation or an anime. And moving on. Competency errors in the show are at an all-time low. If you're in the TV production industry, you know what competency errors are. If you're not, I'll explain. They're basically, let's say one scene we film someone drinking a glass of water and it's halfway full, and then the next scene after he drank the water, it's completely full. That's a competency error there. There's a conflicting error here in what we're seeing. The glass was half empty, and now in the future it's full. So there's an error here that like an intern or someone didn't catch, and it's been added into the movie. There were basically almost none in Sword Art Online. I saw at certain points in time when the main character was... I can't spoil that for you guys. Sorry. Moving on to our next point. The anime is only 25 episodes long. Now then, this is Sword Art Online, and throughout the two major story arcs throughout the entire anime, the writers could have at least dragged it on 200 to 250 more episodes. When you watch it, you'll understand what I mean. They could have really dragged the story on a lot longer than this, but they didn't. And I give them props for that because, to me, it shows that they aren't greedy. They aren't trying to drag something out and get more money from all the advertisements, but they're keeping it as short as possible, trying to allow you to really enjoy the story. The show's writing, in terms of being emotional, is really, really emotional. We are talking, this will make you happy, sad, and angry in the very same episode. Almost every single episode I watched, I got happy, and then it broke my heart, and then I got angry and punched a pillow. This is how emotional this anime is. Sword Art Online is more emotional than the Hunger Games series. And that is, the epitome of emotional is the Hunger Games. So Sword Art Online surpasses the Hunger Games. Okay, every detail in the story progresses to the point at the very end. You will have to focus on the story entirely. Another thing that I like to point out is that there are certain dates and times. Really focus on those, please, because if you don't, you'll lose track of what the crap is going on, and then you'll basically get all confused with the entire story until the main character or his friends tell you what's going on. So please focus on the dates and times and all the little details that you can, because they really do come back at the end. The plot twist added in. There are 4 to 5 major plot twists throughout the entire anime, and 3 of them are in the first major arc, which goes from like episode 1 to 15, and then from 15 to 25 you have your second arc basically, and that has 2 to 3 emotional plot twists in it, and action plot twist and plot twist in general. There's a lot of those in the story. It keeps you on your feet, keeps you guessing as to what's going to happen next, and that's pretty much it for what I like. Now then, there's always a section for what I disliked. However, I can't think of any reason to dislike Sword Art Online. This is a fairly new anime, 2012. As far as I know, it is still ongoing, which means there might be more episodes coming out soon with how the show ends, which I'm not going to spoil. I don't spoil anything. I try not to spoil anything anyhow. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to find out on your own. So here's my final verdict. In terms of plot, character development, and everything that happens in Sword Art Online, everything with the story, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to get a 9.9 out of 10. And that's pretty much how everyone views this anime. This is one of the best animes you will ever watch in your life. And I'm really glad for my friend Andrew to push me into this. He also has a channel on YouTube, but he doesn't upload videos. If you give me a second here. His channel is OKnight97. He's by far one of my greatest friends. I really do like him because he's one of my more mature friends when it comes to anime. He really does understand the deeper signs of anime, not the lighter signs that everybody can understand, but more the deeper. And we can really talk about anime because he really does understand it. So that's pretty much it for this review. This video is now 7 minutes long, so I'm trying to keep this under these 10 minutes because, like I said in the beginning, last time it messed up on me, and that was quite painful when it messed up on me because I did a really in-depth 20-long review of what happens. So here's a little background behind Sword Art Online. Here's what happens, I guess, like if you've ever read a book and you read the front cover, it always has like a little description of the story and how it starts. So I'm going to basically do one of those really quickly for you guys. Sword Art Online starts out with a kid who's really into gaming, virtual online worlds. He plays a lot of massive multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPGs. And a company in Japan has recently found a way so that your entire body can be immersed into the world using a special headset so that you are controlling the character. This is something that we're actually trying to work on right now, as far as I know. So he basically goes and picks up one of the 10,000 copies of the game. He was also a beta tester for the game, which means he got it before anybody else did, beta tested it, told the programmers what was good, what was bad, they improved upon it, and then they sold the final product. So he liked it during the beta test, and he went and picked up one of the final copies. So we got a final copy and got back into the world. He really liked playing on the first day, and then the Game Master showed up. The Game Master is the guy who created the game. And the Game Master told him something very sinister and disturbing. And then whenever the main character tried to log out of the game to go back into the real world, he couldn't. And that's where the story starts off from there. And that's basically the entire first episode right there. And like I said, the story, or all the episodes, are very straightforward. That was the entire first episode that I described to you guys, so yeah. If you found this review helpful in any way, please remember to like it, to comment on it, subscribe to my channel, share it with all your friends. This is a big thing for me, starting my own anime review channel, and I don't see much people doing anime reviews, so I want to go ahead and get the word out about animes. So this was a good anime. Like I said, 9.9 out of 10. This is fairly high. This is something that everybody will like. Has a little bit of everything. Mystery, action, adventure, suspense, horror. All that sort of stuff is in this anime. You'll love it. I ask that you watch it if you're over the age of 15 and 16. If you're younger, please don't watch it. It is a little graphic at points, especially the end. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. I'll see you guys later. I went 5 seconds over my time.